Finesse gang, another festival is upon us. Moonrise 2019. We are days away from my 4th consecutive Moonrise at the Pimlico racetrack. And you know it's my 4th consecutive Moonrise because I can say Pimlico racetrack without stuttering over it. In this video, we're going to be talking about set times and conflicts, where you guys can find me, where the Finesse gang meetup is going to go down, or where you guys can see me spin playing live. I'm playing 2 sets over the course of the weekend in Baltimore, so make sure you keep it locked and stay tuned for all that information. Now, let's run the intro, shall we?
I'm not getting it.
I'm the festival Finesser.
Hello, Finesse gang. Welcome back to another video. For those of you guys who are new here and don't know me, I'm the Festival Finesser. This is my channel, a channel that evolves around music festivals and live music-going experiences with a focus and concentration on dubstep and rhythm. If you're not following me at a festival day by day, probably following me at a show in New York City for the night. If you're not following me at a show or festival, probably sitting with me here at this desk, getting life hacks, trick tips, festival reviews, lineup reviews, EDM news, controversial debates, any words of advice that I can get to you guys to make sure you can have the best festival going experience possible. Today we're talking about the Moonrise 2019 set times and conflicts. I did a review of the lineup in its entirety when it first came out a few months ago, and I just put up a video recently, 10 things you should know before going to Moonrise, with a bunch of experience, tips, tricks, life hacks, and just advice to make sure you have the best festival going experience possible. So we do on this channel, right? So Moonrise is going down on August 10th and 11th at the Pimlico racetrack in Baltimore, Maryland, and we're going to talk about these set times because the lineup is stacked this year. It's going down over the course of 4 stages, and it seems to have a main stage, a base stage, a house stage, and I don't even know what the other stage would be, honestly. Just kind of a mix of people, honestly. So let's look at these set times, shall we? So day 1, we're talking about the solo tent first because that's where you guys are going to find me for most of the day. So starting off the day, it starts at 11 o'clock, which is pretty early for a festival, honestly. I can't really expect many people to be there this early, honestly. But starting the day at 11, we have ZB, then Just Add Water at 12, Bachner and Shizlo at 12:50, Lucci at 1:40, AT Aliens at 2:30. So I probably wouldn't really see anybody until 2:30 AT Aliens, but 2:30 is still a little bit early for me to get there. And I just saw AT Aliens at Wobbleland, and I definitely put on a dope set. So I highly recommend seeing them if you're going to be there early, but I myself might not necessarily be there that early. But I definitely want to check out Sullivan King back-to-back Wooly at 3:20 because that is a unique back-to-back. I always emphasize checking out back-to-backs because they're always unique and they're kind of one of a kind. And, you know, I will be able to see other artists by themselves somewhere else, but I'm not going to be able to see that artist go back-to-back with that artist. In this case, Sullivan King and Wooly, those are 2 heaters right now. They're both killing it, so that's going to be something that I have to check out and get content for. So at 4:10 to 5 o'clock, we have Kid, and that's where we're going to be holding the Finesse gang meetup because the Kid doesn't really strike me as a super bassy act. And I could be wrong, but I just don't have a huge following and a huge connection with Kid, and I don't really, I don't follow his music like that. I don't really know too much about him and his, what he does. I'm going to have the meetup during his time slot, 4:10 to 5 o'clock. It's going to be going down at the left side of the solar tent. So if you're at the solar tent, just go outside of it to the left and find the exact middle, as close to the middle as you can. That's where I'm going to be at. So, yes, 4:10 to 5 o'clock, Finesse gang meetup in the middle of the left side of the solar tent. So outside the solar tent, on the left side, 4:10, 4:15, I will be there. Look for me. I will probably have my flag. I will be having a Finesse gang tee, and hopefully a bunch of guys are wearing merch as well. I got a whole bunch of merch ready to get shipped out, guys. So hit me up. I will have merch in Maryland. And I'm going to be shipping out merch. I do 2-day shipping. So if you order it on Monday, I can get it to you guys before the festival, hopefully. So after the meetup, 5 o'clock, we are going to see Sudden Death. What? Why would you not want to come to that meetup and just be in some mosh pits with me and the Mosh Queen and the rest of the Finesse gang? Hopefully everybody's mobbing tees, like I said, and it was just going to be a super dope experience. So yes, Sudden Death, huge fan. Love me some Sudden Death, some Void, and yeah, it's going to get rowdy, I can promise you. And then after that, I'll probably take a break and step out, grab some food, water, replenish for Rusko. Mad respect for Rusko, but I'm not the biggest follower. I'm here for the energy, and Rusko is definitely more on the chill side for me with the wobbles, but I know his energy is crazy, and I know that I respect that, but musically, I'm just not fully there. And there's no pits, there's no, it's just more of a watching and experience, and he's definitely dope and legit, don't get me wrong, but he's just, I'm gonna use that time to recuperate, take a break, because after that we get Boogie T back-to-back Subtronics. This is gonna be madness, and just Chop City double drops, hella heavy, and I don't really see Boogie T getting real wonky this. I see him getting real rid of me, and it's gonna be fucking awesome. And then after that, we get Troy Boy, 8 o'clock to 9 o'clock. And that's a unique one, too. I haven't seen Troy Boy, honestly, I don't think ever. And he definitely has come from, like, a softer and more melodic sound to a heavy hitting, like, dubstep person. So that's what I have the impression of. I could totally be wrong, but he's been coming out with some heaters, honestly, and I feel like he's gonna throw it down live. And then after that, we have 9 o'clock to 10 o'clock, Diesel Boy back-to-back Figure, which is also a very unique back-to-back. Diesel Boy is definitely more drum and bass to my knowledge, and more bouncy, but Figure, we know, is like the king of the bloodbath. You know, he's just terror-vision, gory, bloody, and violent. So that's going to be a very unique back-to-back. I'm curious to see how that goes down. And then closing out the Solar 10, we have Infected Mushroom on day 1, 10 o'clock to close, which I think is 11 o'clock if I'm not corrected for Moonrise. And then so at the other stages, which I'm not too familiar with a lot of these other artists, but starting the Celestial Garden, 11 o'clock we have Nick Elliott, 12:30 we have Teddy Beats, 1:30 Rez Ekbatan, I can't even pronounce that honestly, 2:30 Vanessa, 3:30 Omnom, 4:30 Volak, 5:30 Robotaki, 6:30 EDX, 7:30 Desert Hearts, Takeover with Mikey Line and Lee Reynolds, and 9:15 to close Nora and Pure. And that's definitely some house stuff for a local stage because I really don't know anybody on that lineup. So let's talk about the Stellar stage because I actually know people on this lineup. Starting at 11 o'clock, we have DJ Chen. 12:30, we have Riot, or Riot, I guess it's Riot. 1:30, we have Justin Kisuro. 2:30, Bonnie and Clyde. 3:30, Drolo. 4:30, Party Favor. 5:30, Cheat Codes. 6:30, Yellow Claw. 7:30, Alan Walker. 8:30 to 9:45, Nightmare back-to-back Slander, present Good Vibrations. At 9:45, we have Millennium. So of that lineup, the big names are Millennium, Nightmare, and Slander. Yellow Claw, obviously, and then like the more kind of OG that I don't listen to anymore, Party Favor, Cheat Codes even, and everybody down below. I've heard of Justin Caruso, I've heard of Riot, I've seen them on lineups, but, you know, I haven't listened to any of their music, I don't really follow them, but I have heard of, obviously, Millennium, Nightmare and Slender, I might be at, potentially, but there's not too many conflicts for me, really. You know, I'm probably going to be at the Solar 10 most of the day. Because on the Lunar stage, at 11 o'clock, we have McWavy, 12:45, Kova, 1:30, Denim, 2:15, Death by Romy, 3 o'clock, Designer, 4 o'clock, Sober, I guess. I don't know how to use, so the L's, X's, and shit fuck me up. 5 o'clock, Black Bear, 6:15, Griffin, 7:45, Big Gigantic, and 9:30 to close, Zoo. And on the Lunar stage, the recommended artists would be Zoo, Big Gigantic, Griffin. These are not dubstep artists, these are just mainstream popular artists. That's kind of what this stage seems to be. More like Big Room, and then you have Designer for your hip-hop heads. And that covers day 1. So obviously you guys know where to find me at the Solar 10, all the dubstep. Possibly find me at the Stellar stage for Nightmare and Slander. But again, you know, this is a festival I've been to so many times, and I've seen most of these artists. You know, for the Solar 10, I'm definitely going to see Sudden Death, and I want to see the Boogie T back-to-back Subtronics back-to-back, and then I'm interested to see Diesel Boy and Figure, but I may not stay. So, yeah, honestly, the big highlights are Sullivan King and the Meetup and Sudden Death. And then after that, it's kind of a free-for-all wander and just enjoy the festival. So now, let's talk about day 2. So starting out day 2 on the Solar 10, we have Rivaz at 11 o'clock, Race Carbs at 11:30, Decadon at 12:20. And I saw Decadon in Denver, and he was actually very dope. I've listened to Decadon in my free time. You know, I found out about him on SoundCloud, and he's definitely a dope artist. So if you get there in time, if you get there early, definitely check him out. He rips it on the guitar live. He has a nice mesh of like rock, metal, and dubstep and heaviness. Yeah. Dubs and Wubs. So speaking of Dubs and Wubs, 1:10 to 2 o'clock we get Vampa back-to-back Zia. I just saw them at Big Dub, and they definitely have a wonky, kind of Wookie, heavy dubstep vibe. Not so much like mosh pit dubstep, but like that deep kind of experimental Wookery dubstep. And then 2 o'clock we have Brondo, and Brondo has definitely raised some questions in the EDM community. People are saying he's that sick and things like that, and I can confirm he is not that sick. I'm thinking about doing a video about Brondo and talking about his identity and how I can confirm and how I know he's not that sick, and all the evidence that I have unfolded and discovered about that. But that's for a different video on a different topic when I, you know, the off season when I'm bored and need some content, because I have plenty of content right now and I'm very busy and have hella shit going on. But next after that, this is where I'll be at 100%. I'm not missing this set, bro. My first Calcium set, and he's going back-to-back with Heckler. What? I will totally be there. And then right after that, we have Mastodon, bro. What? Oh my god, at 3:40. And then 4:30, Dirt Monkey. 5:30, Peekaboo. So I'm thinking about having another meetup on day 2 after Mastodon. Same location during Dirt Monkey, and then we can all kind of go in for Peekaboo and chill and just look out and just, you know, Peekaboo definitely wasn't as heavy as I thought he was going to be. Definitely more of a chilled, vibey set, but he had his heavy points at times from what I saw at Ever After. But again, every set is different everywhere you go, so you can't expect the same thing everywhere you go, and I've learned that. So yes, we're gonna confirm it right now. After Mastodon at 4:30, we're gonna meet during Dirt Monkey's set for an hour, maybe even a half hour, and then we'll go into Dirt Monkey. I don't know. We're gonna play it by ear. But at 4:30, we will meet on the outside of the solar tent, on the left side, somewhere towards the middle area, and that's where the meetup will be held. Look for me. Look for the Mosh Queen. Look for the FF merch. And we will do pictures, chill, talk, chat, and then hopefully go in for peekaboo and while out and chill out. Whatever happens, I don't know. We shall see. But it should be a good time and good vibes always at the Finesse Gang meetups. And then after peekaboo, we will get 12th Planet. So yes, stick around, stay for the pits, and it's gonna get rowdy in there for sure. And then after 12th Planet, we get to chill out to some Space Jesus at 7:30, and then we get to wobble out at 8:30. And this is going to be a very special set on Sunday, Ganja White Night, because it is the Mosh Queen's birthday, and the Mosh Queen is a huge Ganja White Night fan. Make sure when you guys see her on Sunday, you show her mad love, take pictures, give her birthday presents, birthday hugs, and yeah, she's a huge ganja fan, so if you want to give her some ganja-related gift, some ganja candy, I'm sure she'd appreciate it, and love you guys forever. And following that, closing out the solar tent, we have Abstract, which I found very odd, honestly. I feel like Ganja White Night should be closing out the solar tent personally, but Abstract has been killing it. He was on tour with Zomboy, and that would be interesting to see how he closes out the solar tent. And we're gonna talk about who is closing out the entire festival, and we can kind of see why he's not playing on the solar tent, but we'll get into that. Actually, we're gonna get into it right now because he's playing on the lunar stage. Starting off the day, we have 11 o'clock Gianni, 11:45 Tom Asian, I don't even know. 1 o'clock we have Felly, 2:15 Haywire, 3:30 Smoke Perp, 4:30 Hippie Sabotage, 5:30 J Wolf, 6:45 San Holo, 8 o'clock 21 Savage, and the whole reason I talked about this stage, 9:30 the Dawn Excision, closing out the main stage. I guess that's the main stage that Excision's playing on, right? He should be playing the base stage, personally, I think, but because he brings such a big crowd, they put him on a bigger stage. I guess that's their thought process. Yeah, so now we're going to talk about the Stellar stage on day 2 because I see a bunch of OG artists on here as well that I am familiar with. So starting out the day at 11 o'clock, we have Ben Spence, 11:30 The Bandits, 12:30 DJ Knowledge, 1:30 Lick, 2:30 Ricky Retro, 3:30 Tasca Black, 4:30 Whipped Cream, 5:30 Rehab, 6:30 Slushy, 7:30 Cashmere, 8:30 Seven Lions, and 9:40 The Godfather Tiesto. So obviously some honorable mentions. Seven Lions is actually someone that I would honestly check out depending on. So I'm gonna look at the schedule again for conflicts and things like that, who's overlapping. But Seven Lions is definitely someone worth checking out. Slushy would be a little bit on the heavier side. Whipped Cream has been killing it for the ladies, and Rehab is a big house, big room OG. That was pretty much my highlights for the lunar stage. And then at the Celestial Garden, the housey side of things, we have 11 o'clock Max, 12 o'clock Riza, 1 o'clock FSQ, 2 o'clock Orchard Lounge, 3 o'clock Codes, 4 o'clock Ayo, who I've actually heard is very dope, and I've never actually seen, and probably never will see, but I've heard good things only. 5 o'clock Spencer Brow, 6 o'clock Sheba San, an OG, 7 o'clock Jay Phillip, 8 o'clock another OG AC Slater, and closing out the house stage of Celestial Garden, 9:30 Justin Martin. And I believe that wraps up our 2019 Moonrise set times and conflicts. So as far as conflicts go on day 1, I'm not really seeing any. I'm going to be posted at the Solar Tent all day for the sets I want to see. And then there are certain sets like Rusco, Troy Boy, Diesel Boy, and Figure that I'm probably going to wander off and venture because I was told I have a media pass. So I want to capture all aspects of the festival, not just stay posted at the base tent the whole day, because that's just unfair to the rest of the artists and the entire festival. I want to capture the whole entire thing. So I will be at the Solar Tent for the sets I want to see. AT Aliens, hopefully Sullivan King of Woolly, Sudden Death, Boogie T, and Subtronics. And then after that, it's a free-for-all, and I'm just going to be wandering, wherever my ear takes me at that point. So yeah, same thing with day 2. There's really no need for me to leave the Solar Tent, other than for Excision on the main stage. I'm probably not going to leave the Stellar stage for anybody, but I will be at the Solar Tent for all the stuff I want to see. Like I said, I will be venturing off probably during Space Jesus and Peekaboo to get other content on other stages. You know, I might check out Seven Lions, but you know, I'm not really going to be there for very long. It's really going to be there for content. I'm not going to be there to enjoy the set. I'm going to be enjoying sets at the Solar Tent all weekend, and other than that, I will be wandering. So, but the second day is so stacked. Calcium and Heckler, Mastodon, and then the Meetup, and then a little bit of Peekaboo, and then I'll probably get some content, go back to 12th, wander off a little bit, and then get a good spot for Ganja, and then Excision. So yes, I will be capturing all the mosh pit content, all my rail footage for my headbangers, and you know, we're just going to be fucking it up all weekend on the racetrack in Baltimore. So where am I going to be playing at in Baltimore? Let's talk. That's going down on Friday, August 9th at the Depot, 8 p.m. to 2 a.m. My set is 1:15 to 2 a.m., so make sure you pull up. I will have a merch table. Tickets are $10 at the door, and I think $8 if you buy them in advance. And then on day one of Moonrise, after the festival, at 12 o'clock, I'm playing at Camprise, 12 to 1. And Camprise is basically, you know, like it's like a camping ground for Moonrise, but it's like unaffiliated and it's offsite. But it's near the festival. It's walking distance, I'm pretty sure. And it's going to have music all night for the people attending. $10 to get into Camprise for the music, and $150 to get a camping spot. So if you're interested, you can hit up No Hat Music, my boy Justin, and there's a Facebook group and stuff like that. I don't even know if they're still taking applications and spots, but you can definitely pull up to the after party events. Like I said, I'm going on Saturday, 12 to 1, day one. I'm going to be throwing down with Second Nature, Odie Dabbers on the lineup, and it's a bunch of other homies. Architect is headlining the entire event, so it's going to be a dope time. I'm hyped to walk around another campground style festival, even though it's not a camping festival. And I'm hyped to be playing another set. You know, it's going to be my second set as a festival Finesser. And the third one is going down, the big one is going down August 24th at Sunnyvale with Crimer, OG Nixon, the Ambu Dubs boys, and that's going to be a heater. So hope to see you guys at the sets. Hope to see you guys ripping merch. If you guys need merch before Moonrise, hit me up. I can have it sent to your door within 2 days of ordering it. Shipping is $8. All t-shirts are $20 a pop. And yes, that is the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoy. Hope to see you guys at the Meetup, repping merch. And thank you guys for watching. I love you. I know the Finesse Gang is strong as fucking Maryland, and I'm happy to support to meet all you guys. So until then, I will see you guys in Baltimore. Peace.
Go! Son of a